Jörg, if you were to switch to clients, how to do it? Is it like if the switch client, or is it more work than that?
It is a little bit more work than that. Yes. It's a good question. Let me get here to support switch clients. Okay. So the reason it's a little bit more work is I was afraid that if I make a mistake in the code somewhere when I'm switching clients, I'm going to get you slashed. If your keys exist in 2 locations at once, right, you're going to get slashed. And so I was like, yes, I know what I'm doing and I can run all kinds of tests, and it would be the height of arrogance to say I cannot introduce a bug into key handling. So the idea of moving keys around programmatically scared me. Therefore, I have deliberately not created something to make that automated. So what you would need to do here, the method I am advocating here, is to create a new client stack and let it sync. The reason I did it that way was because we didn't have rapid sync at the time. So maybe I want to rewrite this. So at the time, there really wasn't a rapid sync, right? Which means it took a few days for something to synchronize, and I didn't want you to be down. So this all talks about doing a new client stack. Maybe I want to rewrite that. So if I'm thinking about how I would do that now, probably what I would do is I would say, okay, let's do an let's just do a Docker PS. I'm not going to show a client switch. We're going to switch away from Lodestar and do it safely. So everything, as you can see, is up. I'm going to stop this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, really the only thing I care about that I need to remove is the validator data here and the consensus data. So Docker volume remove, everything is in a volume. So in this case, the ls validator data holds my key. This is now gone. The key is now gone, and I have no way of running this twice. And then I'm going to get rid of the beacon chain database as well while I'm at it. And then maybe I'll do a new SD config. If I do that, I want to be careful that I choose Besu again as my execution client, because I don't want to resync that. And if I don't remember that, let's do just take a look at my environment file. I'm running Besu, right? Okay, let's do a new SD config. So we were on Lodestar. We're going to switch to Lighthouse. We're still on Prata testnet. It's going to be an Ethereum node. We're going to say Lighthouse. This is still going to be EthStaker as my graffiti. And this is important. Select the same execution client I had before, because I am not going to replace it. And then we're going to get our Infura sync again going here. So we have a rapid sync, and we don't have to worry about being down for too long. Dashboard. Docker demo. Project settings, and we're on Prata, that one. And dashboards. Okay. It will now grab this Lighthouse stuff. I now have to do one more thing before I do anything. I'm still at risk here of getting myself slashed if I'm moving too fast, because as you can imagine, I can do this here within minutes. And if I start attesting twice in the same epoch, I'd get myself slashed, right? So what I need to do here is I would have to go into Prata.beacon chain and look for my validator here, which of course I'm not going to find because I didn't actually deposit for it. Let's just grab a random validator, shall we? Can we do that on beacon chain? Is that a thing?
Yeah. If you type any indexed in the search bar, you can like go towards any validator.
Yeah, let's take validator 5. It is
What?
actually, it's
Yeah.
perfect. This is a
It's
very
greater.
good, this is great. This is actually a great example. So in this case, just imagine that it wasn't down for, you know, days, but what you do want to see is that it missed a couple attestations here, right? And that your last attestation, say this one actually came in, we're pretending, right, that was maybe 2 epochs away. So it is now finalized. It's in a finalized epoch. I'm safe, and I'm missing them. So I know the key isn't running anywhere. And now I can import it safely, right? So that's what we're pretending. Another eth key import. And I still have the keys where they were. And now it is imported into Lighthouse, and I just do another eth up. So that's thank you for asking that question, because it reminds me that I really need to redo that part of the documentation now that we have rapid sync, checkpoint sync, and all these clients. Now, when I look at the consensus clients, which is now Lighthouse, I see it loaded the checkpoint block and state, and it is now syncing, and I am using Lighthouse version 2.1.2, right? That's it.
It's wildly efficient.
Yeah, it's so efficient. You got to be a little careful. I mean it with the
Yes.
whole, make sure you're missing attestations, make sure you deleted
The
the
13-minute
lodestar
rule
thing.
doesn't.
Yeah.
And some people will say 6 minutes, but it really 13 minutes is
13 minutes is
safe.
fine. You know, just walk the dog around the block or something.
And so I've had that, and I'm sweating the whole 13. Well, when you get used to it, it doesn't bother you anymore. But when you start doing it and you're missing 13 minutes, it kills you. But you really do get used to it. Like, you get used to just being down for a minute, and it's okay.
Yeah, it's a couple cents. It's not a big deal, right? Compared to a slashing. And okay, that was it. Really, really fast client switch without following these directions, but using rapid sync instead.
Well, and your directions will be updated eventually anyway, right?
They will be. Oh, yeah.
Presumptively, yeah.